Okay, guys. Yep. So welcome to another trade review. And yeah, without further ado, let's continue to the next trade review, which is the 17th of June, 2025. So as you can, wait, let me pop out the drawing at first. Oh, let's get started. Yep. As you can see today, 17th of June, 2025. So what we can do right now is we can split screen and pull up the journal and read. Okay, we shall read and see what happened on the 17th. Like what was I going through Tuesday? And we have the news core retail sales at 8:30. Okay, so this is the first thing to note, the most important thing. Okay, then next, what we can see is okay. So Tuesday. So first, we had a very easy peasy trade that I missed. Okay, I'm going. Let me just read it. Let me just read it through. So basically, first, always as always, okay, when it's 9:30 to 10 o'clock, and the first thing you should do is go to RTH, okay, change it to RTH here, and draw out the new opening range gap. Okay, I draw it again. New opening range gap, which is what? The previous day, 16, 15, 16, 14 to the new day, 9:30. Okay, so, yep, so this is what you're going to see here. This is, I will draw it out. Okay, so first I draw the new opening range gap. And first, I always say the same thing, okay? The first 30 minutes, 9:30 until 10, usually we will see a price drawing back into the CE of the new opening range gap. And there's 70% chance of it doing so. But first, you must understand the narratives, okay? So let's keep going. So first, this is the easy trade that I'm saying that I missed in the journal, okay? So where is the easy trade? Which is here. As you can see, here, we got a fair value gap. And fair value gap to the C of the new opening range gap. As long as it offers 5 handle, that's all that matters, okay? So here we got a fair value gap. Okay, I can draw it big so you guys can see, okay? This is the fair value gap. Okay, so I draw it once again from here, and when there's volume balance, we must include it, okay? So this is the fair value gap. Okay, this is called the ICT fair value gap. Okay, so from this fair value gap to the new opening range gap, there can be a trade. Stop loss has to be placed here, okay, and target here. If it offers 5 handles within this range, then that's all that matters. See what I mean by it's all about being profitable. It's not about being right sometimes, okay? So see from this fair value gap, okay, and silver bullet, why? Because it's 10 o'clock already. Okay, so it's 10 o'clock here. And so let's have a look, okay? Let's say you enter it here, which is here, okay? 6016.5. And we are also, and this entry is also close approximately to the midnight open, which is here. Okay, so where is here on the bullish kind of candle? Okay, here is the midnight price, midnight opening price. So here is the Judah swing, and here is where smart money enter. Here is the best position to enter below. If it's a bullish candle, yeah, if it's a bullish candle, the best entry point is usually below the midnight opening price. But you can enter it close to here. It's also very good. Also considered very good entry. Okay, then you're going to reach the high, then you're going to come back and retrace and close down. Okay, so basically from this fair value gap, let's say 6016.5 to what? 6016.5. 5 handle is 6021. Okay, so there it goes, 5 handles. So just see here and watch, okay, whether it gives us 5 handles or not. Okay, so you just need to go to 6. Did it reach it? Okay, so let's just pay attention, okay? Pay attention to here. Did it reach 6021? Pay attention to here. Did it reach 6021? Okay. Okay, and Forex. Yeah. Okay, so this is Forex, and what you can see on the Forex here is this. Okay, we got a very clean sell side here. Very clean sell side here. Buy side is clear. Okay. And on dollar, what you can see that's obvious is we got very obvious buy side here, and sell side is also cleared here. So this is the buy side liquidity, and here sell side has been cleared. Okay. So basically, right now euro lower and dollar higher. Okay. Okay. So I was being patient. Entered right here. Okay. Enter right here. Stop loss place here. Enter back at this fair value gap, which is in the silver bullet hour, aiming for the CE of the new opening range gap, which is here. Okay. So and just submit to the trade. Okay. Yeah, you see, I just put 20 ticks. 20 ticks is just 5 points. Okay. So basically from the entry point, if I had entered here just now, okay, if I had entered here just now, 5 handles will be here already. Okay, and if 21 ticks, it will be above here also will get my 5 handles. Okay, 20 ticks is 5 handles, and basically 1 minute, 2 minute, 2 minute will offer me my 5 handles. Okay, and mind, let's continue seeing. This is a live trade, okay, guys. Remember, AM futures and this market open, so it's a live trade right here. Okay, so didn't like what price is doing here. Definitely, I didn't like what price is doing here already. But once again, my stop loss is placed. Oh yeah, I closed the trade here. Oh, let's see it again. Okay, okay, yeah. So I closed the trade here. But guess what? You see this fair value gap here. Okay, so this is a I this is an intermediate swing low. Okay, and here we got a real new week opening gap, which is a Friday's closing price at 4 p.m. and to Monday's opening price at 9:30. Okay, so basically it's the trade idea is still okay with the stop loss holding here. Okay, it's okay. Actually, I should have submitted to the trade. That means the trade is still okay. That means yes, it did close below this first BC, but once again, my stop loss is below this intermediate swing low. This is the very most safest place. Okay, so but why did I close the trade? First of all, I was in a winning streak. Yeah, so this happened because that I was in a winning streak. Then I started losing, and yesterday I had a winning streak. Okay, which is win the $25. So I started worrying that okay, what if I get stopped out today? If I get stopped out today, I'm going to end up break even this week. So basically, at this point of time, I was afraid of losing because that's the first time I managed to recover from my drawdown. Yeah, I think that's the first time I managed to recover from my drawdown. Okay, where can we see all these things? I just have to pull out my okay. I just have to pull this out to show you guys. This is my trade journal. This is where I will write how much. Okay, so at the point of 16th of June. Okay, so I'm basically still in drawdown. Okay, but because the last week, you see, the last week, I was close to recovering from my drawdown. Okay, then the last week, which is 9th of June to 13th of June, I make it back to $90. So when I got this first trade, so basically my thinking was, okay, we did the trade review, and I win $25. So basically, when I win the trade, and I was happy. But then when I was during this day, which is today, we are doing this trade review, right? I was basically worried about what if I lose? If I lose, I would have lose my yesterday's full profit already, and that would bring me back to the drawdown. So basically, I was afraid of losing. But this is just part of trading, of being comfortable with losing, right? So let's keep going. So submitting to the trade, and because you understand one thing, this is an intermediate swing low. So as long as this swing low stays intact, the whole trade area is still intact. And remember, this swing low so happen is also this fair value gap. You see, when we have a fair value gap, ICT teaches before, okay? So you can place your stop loss at two places area. One is above these candles high, two is above the swing high. Okay, that means above the first high, above the second high. Or if there's a swing high, forming this fair value gap, you must put it above this high. So second is above this second high. So in this case, where do you see it? In this case, the fair value gap, we have the highs at here. So stop loss should be here, following the rules. Okay, the stop loss should be placed here and not be moved until it displays away from it. Okay. So, but basically, because I was afraid of losing, I exit the trade. I closed the trade before it got the full stop. But actually, the trade idea is still okay. Okay, as you can see here, bodies is still staying intact inside. Okay. So let's keep going. Yeah, let's see how much did I lost. Okay. You can see here, I'm hovering over there. Okay, minus 5 ticks. Close the trade because we traded outside of the CB already. Really? No, we haven't traded outside of the CB yet. Because if you look properly, right? We are still inside it. Anyway, I just manually stop out here. Okay. Okay, so the total loss is here. $13.75. And yeah, this is a live account, market live, and this is at the moment 6,899. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, keep going. So basically, we didn't close. Okay, we didn't close below the CB because at where I enter, right? And anyway, let's talk about the 3P array. First is going to be definitely this fair value gap. Okay, first is going to be this fair value gap definitely. Second is going to be this swing low, and third is going to be the 16th of June real new week opening gap. Okay, so this is the 3P array, and fourth definitely this CB is going to be important. Okay, because why? It coincides with the first. It coincides with the new week opening gap. That's why it's important. Okay, and basically, is it considered the first fair value gap? I won't consider this as the first fair value gap because it's not the displacement and it's within this range. So the first fair value gap I will consider is, never mind, let's keep on going. Okay. Because at the moment seeing this, right, which fair value gap will I pick as the first fair value gap? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so this is the first fair value gap that I will pick it as the first fair value gap, okay? Why? Because we market structure shift and coincide with the 16th of June new week opening gap, okay? And yeah, it looks like a fair value gap to me. Okay, so we shall see. We shall focus on this fair value gap here, okay? Focus on this one. And see does it hold support or not. And well, we're good. Stop loss put to here, and yes, hypothetical stance is, let's say I was feeling uncomfortable, I exit the trade. It's not to say it's wrong. Okay, I follow my feelings. I was feeling uncomfortable. I wasn't able to focus on the price action anymore. So this is actually a good exit. Okay. So now what I'm looking at is, I'm looking for price. If it were to close above this BC, then it were to act as reclaim BC and start to act as support, and bam, reaching higher for the C of the new opening range gap. Okay. Close above, come down, go up, reach for the C of the opening range gap. Then I might consider an entry. Okay. Okay, so as you guys can see, I draw this as the first fair value gap. I draw this as the first fair value gap, but nah. Now seeing it, right, I will draw this as the first fair value gap. Okay, so this is only my first fair value gap. Okay. Okay, we close above the reclaim BC. Now if we trade back to here, that to me is a sign. Okay. Now we trade back to here, I can entertain a long entry. Okay, because here we got a fair value gap, we got a CB also, and we are inside the weekly VI also. So yeah, if price can trade back to here, that will be an entry. Reclaim BC, stop loss has to be placed here. Okay. Okay. So let's say 6012.75. Entry will be at 6017 or something. Okay, so basically, yeah, just be patient. Okay, this is the 15-minute chart, and as you can see, okay, so this is the 15-minute chart. As you can see, we have buy sides here, and here. This is a good buy side, and CE week. Then we got the unfilled 15-minute CB. Here we got a new opening range gap also. So buy side plus new opening range gap plus the unfilled of the CB, everything is stacking up. All the content is stacking up. Once again, this is buy side here. This is buy side liquidity here. Okay, we got the CE week here. We got buy side accumulating here. And then we got the C of new opening range gap here. So we got buy side and we got the C of new opening range gap above also. So it is very, very likely for it to reach. And we got unfilled portion of the BC of the CB also, okay? Okay, nice displacement, nice displacement. Okay, that's why from this value gap, I closed the trade when it came down. Right? But guess what? Okay, let me see. And yeah, basically, from what I'm seeing here, this is definitely the first value gap. And then yeah, you can see that we are reaching for new opening range gap. Buy side is being cleared. We got nice displacement here. And basically, yeah, price didn't give an opportunity to enter long here. But it's okay, man. It's okay. It's okay. Let's say hypothetically enter right here at 6016.75. Let's say 16.75, right? 122.75. Basically, guys, it's easy. Yo, we're reaching for the buy side right now. Okay, top. And almost a little bit more to the new opening range gap. But so yeah, still keep fitting. Just seeing kind of nothing much to say here. Okay, like I said, aiming for the buy side here, then the C of the new opening range gap. So now you just watch. Okay, wait, I saw something. Okay, so we traded down to this BC here with the 3-minute CE week. And right now see if we go higher. Buy side is engineered. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, look at that. This price is just too clean, man. Just too clean. Yes, but we reached the C of the new opening range gap, but this price is just too clean. And so yeah, if I didn't close the trade just now, if I painted out C of the new opening range gap, gave me my 5 handles. That's why don't be afraid of losing sometimes. That's why this first year I'm just desensitizing myself to outcome trading. And through reviewing and seeing what I can do better in my trade. Yeah, so your end dog, very important. So basically what I'm seeing right now is dollar going higher, even above the buy side briefly. And Nasdaq, we got a CB here. Okay. So right now what I'm seeing is this CB. This CB plus this BC. This BC plus this CB. So these two, I want to see, does it offer resistance or does it offer support to go higher? Because right, here you can see we close above the value gap. And here you can see first we supported here, then now this space below it. So right now, pretty uncertain, but gun to my head is the buy side here. It's just too clean, okay? Yeah, this is going to be a bit lengthy kind of video. Okay, go back and see the forex just now. Because I'm literally doing a full breakdown on my trade, okay? Basically like going through tape rate with you guys also. Yeah. So dollar, higher indices more likely to go lower. So you must always submit to the higher time frame, okay? Yeah, so 15-minute VI form, I expected it to form, and that's basically telling me firmness, man. Yeah, right now I'm just doing nothing, just sitting still, waiting for 10:30. Okay, let's see dollar together. Okay, so forex went down and cleared the sell side that I was expecting, and dollar cleared the buy side. Okay, dollar's moving higher. That will likely more easier for indices to go lower. Okay, again, not trying to pick any tops here. So we shall watch. We shall see. Right now, I'm uncertain what price I want to do, so I'm just going to sit to stay sideline. Yeah, no display, no touchy. But look at dollar. Look at dollar. Dollar fucking ramming higher, man. Look at that, it's ramming higher. The SMT confirmed by higher dollar. That's why I'm trusting it. Okay, because here we have displacement. Okay, this is a displacement here. Should this swing out? Displace through the 5 minute plus 3 minute CA wick. Here we got the fair value gap. Silver bullet stop loss place here. There you go. Easy peasy. Yes, greedy. Anyway, I'm gonna get this done. Okay. So yeah, let's see again. Yeah. So for me, a fair value gap, I'm getting ready to execute 3 minute fair value gap. So there we go. Entered short in this fair value gap. Market structure shift. Buy side cleared at the C of the opening range gap. Rejection from swing high. Displacement. So everything is telling me okay, go long, go short. That is what my context of going short. Plus dollar going higher, forex going lower. So right now for going lower, that's more easy for indices to go lower. Okay, and we are above the midnight price also. Remember this midnight price. Okay, remember this midnight price. Going short above the midnight price, that's the best price you can get. Okay, right now you just watch. Yeah, that south side is still clean. Yeah, always look for relative equal lows, okay? Whatever is it, always look for relative equal lows, just like this one. Look at that, relative equal lows. Nice, with displacing below it very beautifully. Nice reaction to the downside. And then there we go, 5 candles. And right now, I want to see the we reach for the current first AM fair we get, okay, which is here. Okay, the first presented fair we get of 17th of June, which is today, is here. So right now, 10:43. Also, we can expect a retracement into this, okay? So let's see, because it can be used as the drawn liquidity, okay? Okay, I like how we leave it open. Okay, I like how it's leaving here. This if this fair value gap continues to be left open, right, then we will see big expansion down to at least clear up the sell side that are Georgia now below, okay? And we got few, so I didn't like what I'm seeing already. And we are getting close to the 10:47 macro. Okay. Yeah, guys, this is high resistance conditions. You see, I got my 5 handles, and that was it. Right now, we're just gonna just take it for the other session and see do we get this first AM fair value gap. Okay. Now it's just me using demo, just doing whatever, man. So aiming for the current end dot plus the first presented fair value gap. Yes, and you can see in the end I aim and adjusted this first presented fair value gap, which I believe that is it. I say this is not the fair value gap, this is the first presented fair value gap, okay? Okay, beautiful. Okay, so right now what I'm seeing is this fair value gap. This fair value gap here. Do we send price lower? Okay? Sorry, not lower, okay? Anyway, but seeing if the bodies respect price and respect here, that means we are still in the bearish order flow, okay? But right now I expect price to be reached. Because we had a 10-50 macro. Okay, yeah, because of the rejection at the first presented fair value gap, which is here. On rejection here, go higher. Then come lower into this fair value gap here. Okay, so what I'm saying, if this CV can act as inversion fair value gap, then we will see that it start to run for the buy side. Okay, see that does it displace higher? Okay, dollar is going high lower now, I think. Let's wait for it. Yeah, so now dollar starts reversing lower. So that can always go higher, or if not, we can expect decoupling, okay? Nice reaction at the CV there. Okay, and basically it's just me doing demo trades here. Okay, looks like 1 hour. Anyway, that's basically it. So one losing trade, one winning trade. That's why I come out with profits of $11.25. The first trade is because I was afraid of losing. That's why. Okay. So yeah, basically that's it, guys. See you guys in the next one. So hey guys, welcome to another trade review. So today I did two trades. The first one was a losing trade, but the second one was a winning trade. So the first one, for the first trade, I closed in manually and I lost like $13, $13.75, and the second one I just got my 5 handles and that's it. So I'm in profit $11.25, and yeah, I feel very desensitized from the outcome trading today. Especially, okay, let's talk about the first trade. I was looking at a trade idea. We had a discount new opening range gap and a fair value gap form on 1 minute. And basically, in the 9:30 or 10 o'clock, it's a no-brainer. Okay, the C of new opening range gap will be traded to.
70% of the time. So yeah, I saw a fair value gap there. I hesitated to enter, and from the fair value gap, it just offered 5 handles like within 1 minute, So yeah, I did feel a bit like, yeah, I missed it. But then I told myself, it's okay, just wait for another setup. And yeah, I waited for another market structure shift, another fair value gap. And at first I was struggling, which is the first A and fair value gap. Then I realized that, okay, just see which one has the displacement, which one to the left there's no bodies and wicks overlapping. That is most likely the first presented fair value gap. And yeah, after that, okay, after that, I was being very patient, and S&P formed a relative equal highs when Nasdaq formed a higher high, and Dow formed a higher high as well. So when I was seeing that, I was telling myself, okay, right now I should really stay sidelined, because dollar and forex, I want to see what they were doing to get the clear picture, and whether I can trust this SMT that form or not. So how do we trust it? So I waited and see dollar, because dollar was raging higher, forex was raging lower. So because dollar was raging higher, it gives me the confidence to trust that there is a SMT formation going on. And yeah, so what I did, I just follow. I wasn't going. Yeah, so what I did, I was just following the price action. Yeah, just trading with the price action. And because of the dollar raging higher, I trusted that, okay, we form an SMT, and intermediate swing high potentially has formed already, and that's when we can expect price to reverse. So waited for displacement. A 3 minute. I used the 3 minute because the price action was more cleaner. I used the 3 minute one as entry, got my 5 handles, and yeah, bam, that's it. Then later at the 10:50 macro, because price wasn't really moving much, like from 10 to before 10:50. So at the 10:50 macro, I was already anticipating, and I had the conviction that we will have some spooling, because in between price didn't move much. And to where? So I was being patient. I was thinking that, okay, price, they are going to bring it down to the first present fair gap, then only send it higher to the relative equal highs that form. And it really did it. So I feel very happy today. I can feel that progression. I can feel that I'm progressing. There's a lot of progression. I'm really desensitizing myself from the outcome of trading. And yeah, that's really about it. Nothing much to add really. But yeah, slowly can see myself improving. And yeah, so nothing to say. Right now I'm really very tired. I'll just go sleep now, guys. Okay, guys, so that's it for today's review. I'll see you guys in the next one.